Good evening, Lobby. We are ready to start video number 3. This is the Minnie Cal corner to corner, and the graph is made by this lady here, and you will find her information and link to her Facebook in the comments of this video. And okay, so let's get started. We ended off on row 11. Let's do that count real quick. Row 11 was 1, 2, 3 light greens, 1 green, 1 hot pink, 1, 2, 3 pinks, 1 hot pink, and 2 off-whites. That is how we left with row 11. So we're going to turn our work and get started. And row 12 will be, I'll do a count real quick. Row 12 will be 2 off-white, 1 hot pink, 3 pinks, 2 hot pinks, 1 green, and 3 light green. So we will keep count as we go. And I just realized I pulled out a stitch, so let me start by fixing that. Okay, so now I'm going to chain up 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's an increase row, so we're going to go ahead and build our first block of row 12. 1, 2, 3, 4. We're going to double crochet into the 4th chain from hook, 5th chain from hook, and 6. And then we need to connect row 12 with row 11, and we will do that by going right under this very first post here. If you turn this sideways, and we're going to go in, grab it, slip stitch, chain 3, and then in that same area there, right under that first post, we're going to double crochet 3 times. 1, 2, and 3. And that will make up our very first 2 of our off-whites. I'm going to go ahead and pull out a little bit more of this just so it doesn't tangle with my other yarns. Okay, and then we need 1 hot pink. We do have that hot pink already attached, that bobbin right there. So what we will do is we will pick this up. We will go in between that very first post. We will grab up some yarn, bring it through the block, through the loop, and chain 3. 1, 2, 3. Then again, right in that area, we are going to double crochet 3 times. 1, 2, and 3. And that is our hot pink. So I will pull out some of that yarn, and I need 3 pinks next. So again, we do have our yarn that's already attached. I'm just pulling some out here. And I'm going to put this to the back, pick up my new yarn. There we go. So in between this area, right underneath that very first post, we're going to go under, grab up the yarn, bring it through the block, bring it through the loop, chain up 3, and then double crochet 3 times right in there, right in that area. 1, 2, and 3. And if you need to slow this down, you're welcome to hit pause and watch this slow. I'll do one more slow. Okay, so we're going to go in between, right underneath that top post. We're going to go in, we're going to grab the yarn, slip stitch, chain 3, and then right in between that area of the first and, or right under that first post, we're going to double crochet 3 times. 1, 2, and 3. 1 more pink block. Let's build another block. Right under there, we're going to chain up 3 and double crochet 3 times. 1, 2, and 3. There we go. So far we have 2 off-whites, 1 hot pink, and 1, 2, 3 pinks. Now we need 2 hot pinks. We do not, oh yes we do. I take that back. We do have 1. So we will grab the string. We will go in between, right underneath that top post, grab the string, bring it through the block, bring it through the loop, chaining up 3, and right in that area we're going to double crochet 3 times. 1, 2, and 3. There we go. So go back in the color that you had just left. Make sure you give that a nice tug. So do that on all of yours. Just before weaving, you want to test those, make sure they're tight too, but I try and go back after every time I change a color. Okay, so now we will need, let's see here, we had 2 off-whites, 1 hot pink, 3 pinks, 2 hot pinks, so we need 1 more of these. So underneath that first post, slip stitch, chain 3, and then double crochet 3 times. 1, 2, 3. And then we want 1 of the green, which we already have our green here. So again, we are just going to pull that up a little bit, go through underneath that post, grab the yarn, bring it through the block, bring it through the loop, chain up 3, and right under that first post we're going to double crochet 3 times. 1, 2, and 3. And we're going to go right behind here, that color we just stopped with, and we're going to give that a nice tug. And we are moving on to the light green. We need 3 light greens, and we already have our green here, so we're going to go underneath, just kind of pull this up. Go right under that first post, you're going to go in, you're going to grab the yarn, bring it through the block, bring it through the loop, chain up 3, and then double crochet right there 3 times. 1, 2, 3. And then let's go back, find our color that we just were done with, and give that a nice tug. And that'll keep it all nice and tight. Give a little tug on this. And we need to do 2 more. So the next block, go in, grab, slip stitch, chain 3, and double crochet right in there, right under that first post. It's very repetitive. Once you've done your color changes, you're just going to do the same thing over and over. Last post, right under there, right under that first post, slip stitch, chain 3, and then double crochet. 1, 2, and 3. Let's do a quick count. So row 12, we have 1, 2 off whites, 1 hot pink, 1, 2, 3 pinks, 1, 2 hot pinks, 1 green, and 1, 2, 3 light greens. Perfect. So now we flip our work. I'm going to cross off my row there. In the next row, row 13, 4 greens, one hot pink, one pink, one hot pink, 3 pinks, one hot pink, and 2 whites. So I have to follow that close so I don't mess that up. And it does call for, I said 4 greens, and since we have a light green on the hook, we're going to have to pull back just 1. So we have our 2 on there. And grab yourself another green bobbin. Let's go back so I can pull this back a little bit so you can see what I'm doing. So on that very last light green that we did, here's the chain 3, and then we have 2 double crochets. On that 3rd double crochet, we're going to go in, and we're only going to bring it through 2. So we have 2 on the hook. We will take this string, we will put it to the back. We will bring up our new string, and you can do it either way, lay it on top of there or make yourself a slip stitch. Bring that in through those 2 posts. Then go ahead and chain 6. This will all tighten up. All you have to do is just give a tug on the strings, and those will tighten up. So now that we have the 6 on the hook, 1, 2, 3, 4, we are going to double crochet into the 4th chain from hook, 5th chain from hook, double crochet, sometimes it's hard if you do it a little too tight, and that one apparently I did. Okay, 2, and then the 6th chain from hook, 1 more double crochet, and we want to connect this block here by going in. So we have our row 13 block, the first one. We're going to go into row 12, in between, right underneath that top post. Go in, slip stitch, chain 3, 1, 2, 3, and then double crochet right into that area. 1, oops, I need to look back and see. Told myself I was going to, yeah, we need 4 green. So 1, 2, 3. Okay, so we have our first one, we have our second one. Let's keep going. So right underneath that first post, we're going to do another one. Slip stitch, chain 3, and double crochet. 1, 2, and 3. Here we go. And if you have any issue with any, I mean, mine are connected pretty good. You pull those strings and they tighten up. If you do have any issue with doing a color change at the beginning of the row, let me know and I'll go back and do that one slower for you. And that way you can just catch on better, but I don't want to go back now, so let me know if you have any issue with that. You can rewind the video and watch that a couple times. Okay, so we're going into the last one. We're chained up our 3. We're going to double crochet 3 times. 1, 2, and 3 right underneath that top post, same as we've been doing. That's 4. So now we have 4. And then we want 1 hot pink. Now we have a green here that we're going to pass up, so we're going to take care of this green by cutting it. We're not using that, so let's cut that green. figure out where it's coming from. Here it is, and get that up out of the way, so that if we need a green bobbin, we can add that in by finding it easier. Also, our beginning one, this light green, we're going to cut that away. Just give yourself enough string to weave in, and figure out where that came from and get it out of your way. It's one less string to get tangled in. Okay, so now we need hot pink, and we need one hot pink. So take your string, put it to the back, go underneath that very first post, grab up some pink, come through the black, come through the loop, chain up 3, and then double crochet right underneath there, right under that first post, 3 times. 1, 2, and 3. So now we have 4 green, 1 hot pink, and it calls for pink. And our pink is down a couple here. And we need how many? We need 1 pink, and then 1 hot pink, and then 3 pinks. So I'm going to add a pink right here. So I'm going to find me another pink. There we go. And take your color, your old color, put it behind your finger and hold it. Go underneath your first post, grab some string, bring it through the block, bring it through the loop, go around both, bring your short string forward, and chain up 2 more. 1, 2. Bring that back a little bit, right over top of that post. And that is where you're going to crochet in there, double crochet in there, 3 more times. 1, 2, and 3. And that is our 1 pink. That is being on the instruction, 1 pink. And then we need 1 hot pink. We do not have, so I'm going to grab up another bobbin. If you're doing this the other way, just go in, grab it up, bring it through there, the block, bring it through the loop, and go around both. Bring your short string forward, chain up 2 more times, 1, 2, and right over top you're going to double crochet 3 times. 1, 2, and 3. That's for there's a lot of videos out there, and depending on which one you learned from, which way you're comfortable doing it, that's really all that matters. Pulling on my strings just to make sure they're tight. Okay, so after that hot pink, we need 3 pinks. And we do have, let's put our short string to the back, we do have a pink here. So we are going to do 3 hot pinks, chaining up 3, and then double crochet 3 times. 1, 2, and 3. And then don't forget to go back and give that a tug. And continue on. Let's get 2 more pink blocks. Chaining up 3. And double crochet 3 times. 1, 2, and 3. Again, slip stitch, chain 3, and then right underneath that first post, double crochet 3 times. 1, 2, and 3. There we go. Looking good. And so we need 3 pinks. 1 hot pink is our next one. And we do have, no we do not. Thought we might. Yes we do. A hot pink right there. So we're going to lift that up. We're going to go in, grab up that hot pink, bring it back through the block and the loop, chain up 3, and double crochet right there 3 times. 1, 2, and 3. Perfect. Go back, give that pink a tug. And then to end this row, we are going to do 2 off-whites, and we have the string there. So we will go in, grab up the string, bring it back through, chain up 3, and double crochet 3 times. 1, 2, and 3. One more time. Your last, right underneath that post, right in between, right underneath the first. So we're going to chain up 3 and double crochet 3 times. Oops. There we go. 1, 2, and 3. And that ends row 13. So let's get a count here at row 13. We have 1, 2, 3, 4 greens. We have 1 hot pink, 1 pink, 1 hot pink, 1, 2, 3 pinks, 1 hot pink, and 2 off-whites. And that will do it for that row. So let's turn our work. And we need to move on to the next row, which is row 14. And on row 14, let me read these off. We've got 2 off-white, 1 hot pink, 2 pink, 2 hot pink, 2 pink, 1 hot pink, and 4 green. So let's be careful on that one, and lots of color changes here. So let's make sure we get them right. Very important. So what we're going to do is we are going to chain 6, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and we're going to double crochet into the 4th chain from hook, 5th chain from hook, and 6th chain from hook. And we're going to do one more. It calls for 2 of the off-white. So we're going to connect our row 14 to a row 13 by going right under that first one. We're going to slip stitch, chain up 3, 1, 2, 3. And always make sure that you're pulling on your strings. If you're using a board, just keep them out and about, but keep them loose, because then you won't get tingles. Okay, so double crochet 3 times. This takes care of our last off-white black. There we go. And then our next color will be 1 hot pink. And since we have that right there, we're going to just pull that to the back, go in right underneath there, grab your pink, bring it through the block, bring it through the loop, chain up 3, and then double crochet 3 times right in that area. 1, 2, 3. And then once you're done with that, go back and give that old color a tug. Okay. Put that to the back. Now we need 2 pinks. We already have our pink here. I'm going to go ahead and find this and give it a little tug. Give myself some more yarn. Okay. So, here we go. We are going to go underneath that first post, grab up yarn, bring it through the block, through the loop, chain up 3, and then double crochet 3 times. 1, 2, and 3. That's 1. And we need 2 pinks. So we're going to do another one. Chain 3, slip stitch, chain 3, and double crochet 3 right in there, right under that first post. 1, 2, and 3. Alrighty. And then we have 2 hot pink. So this is kind of far down. 2 hot pink, 2 pink. So 1, 2 hot pink, 2 pink. So we're going to pull this hot pink right here. We're going to cut it, the one that is a little bit further down. Cut that. And we're going to bring that up closer. Actually, bring it right to where we're using it. So in this spot, we are going to go in underneath that first. We're going to grab up our hot pink, bring it through the block, bring it through the loop, go around both. Because we went around both, we're going to call that our chain 1, and we're going to chain 2 more. 1, whoops, I'm sorry. There we go. 1 and 2. So that's our chain 3 now, which really we only chain 2. We're going to double crochet right in underneath that first post 3 times. 1, 2, and 3. We're going to do one more, I do believe, let me check. 2 white, 1, yes, 2. So we're going to do one more, slip stitch, chain 3, and double crochet right in there 3 times. 1, 2, and 3. Give that string from before a tug. And we are going to pick up this pink string, and we need 2 pinks. So we're going to go under the first, grab up the yarn, bring it through the block, bring it through the loop, chain up 3, and double crochet 3 times right under that first post. 1, 2, and 3. Let's do one more. Right here we're going to slip stitch, chain up 3, and right there we're going to double crochet 3 times. 1, 2, and 3. So that gives us our 2 pink. Let's go back and give a tug on that color. Tighten that up. Alright, so now we did the 2 pink. We want one more hot pink, which we already have our color there. I believe we're getting close to time. So this will be our last row, I believe. So we will chain 3 and make your hot pink block. There we go. So we have our one hot pink. And now we need 4 green. So we're going to grab up our green. We're going to slip stitch right underneath that. Grab it. Chain up 3. Double crochet right under there.
Yes, I have important information about a group of drug traffickers. I need to speak with someone in a position of authority.
And double crochet 3 times. Go back and give a tug on that hot pink. Make sure those are all tight. There we go. And right there. Go in, grab, slip stitch, chain 3, and double crochet. Hope I'm not all over the place too much. I'm not really used to videos. I'm just getting started, but I enjoy helping and I'm doing this one anyway, so I figure why not. So here we go. Last 2 color greens, 2 blocks. Last one. Slip stitch right under that first post. Chain up 3 and double crochet 3 times. There you go. We'll do a quick count on this row. Alright, so on this row, which is row 14, we had 2 off-whites, 1 hot pink, 2 pinks, 2 hot pinks, 2 pinks, 1 hot pink, and 4 greens. And our count is good. I want to show you one more thing real quick. So we know that the string is in our bottom right hand corner, so we know that this is the front of our project. Again, I want to remind you to go in and pull all of your strings to the back. Just grab them and pull them to the back. Be careful, you don't want to snag and mess something up completely, but bring them all to the back. And then what I do, you can leave your strings and just sit here and which is probably what I will do this time, and weave, which I should do a quick example of how to weave, since that is the point we're at. We should weave about every 10 rows. So what you do is you take your tapestry needle and you put it over, or put your yarn through it. And what I do is I take, you can see right here, this cluster, that end of the cluster. I will go through there, bring it up, then I will go back through, but I will go in a different area. You want to stay in the color that you're in for sure. So I'll come back through and do it light. You don't have to pull hard. And then go up a post. Let's say down the next post. And then one more time, I'll just go through. It's probably an overkill, but I don't like the idea of strings falling out in the washer or what have you. And then do a quick snip really close. Be careful not to cut your project. And that will be what we are doing right now. We're going to weave, and I will see you on the next row. Thank you.